Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, where I'm going to be taking on the Right Arm with a Mission Part 15, level 180 Chaos Quest as part of Barret's Lost Chapter. And this one definitely lives up to its name as a Chaos Quest. My god, it's freaking hard if you don't have Tifa. Now, Tifa is, as we all know, or at least as most of us should know, definitely one of the strongest single target physical attackers that we have in the game right now, and she's absolutely amazing. Like, she's definitely worth pulling. And to be honest, I initially completed this quest without using Tifa, and then I went ahead and pulled Tifa anyway because, one, the score was really tight and the turns were really tight, two, my physical roster is kind of weak, and three, it's Tifa and I love Final Fantasy VII. I was wanting to try her out. I skipped her EX when it first came out, so I kind of want to try her now, and I do not regret it. She will absolutely just run riot through this stage. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to pretend we don't have Tifa, because if we don't, then it becomes substantially more challenging. So I wanted to try and give it a run with a non-synergy team, just to give you an idea of how to play it. Now, for this one, I'm bringing a team of Cloud, Sherlotta, and Ishtola with a Tifa friend, and Ifrit as a summon. So I think you can go either Ifrit or Shiva. In fact, Shiva might actually be the better choice in certain circumstances, but I am going with Ifrit here just so I can squeeze as much damage as I can out of Meteor Rain, because Cloud doesn't have synergy stats, so, you know, he will appreciate a little bit of extra attack, and it's more turn efficient that way, you know, because Shiva gets you more turns, but you've got slightly less attack. But on the other hand, the turn spacing might be better, like, against the enemies, so you know what I mean. But we've got tons of battery in this team anyway, so yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that if you don't have any launch capabilities, it's going to be extremely difficult to reach the score. I have seen some people run some rather interesting compositions using Ultimecia, even though this is a magic resist stage, which is the main reason we're not using ulti, because her damage just gets completely cooked in like the final stage against the bosses, because she can't do much magic damage. But I've seen, like, I think some compositions use like Agrias and Warrior of Light, and they use Leviathan, so that you get a load of bravery regen, because Ultimecia's initial brave is pretty good, so you can kind of do that and get the bravery gen and set everyone's C65s going, and you actually, you know, you don't feel the lack of attack that much, which is pretty smart, honestly. I definitely wasn't the one who came up with that, but I can see how it works. But for this one, I'm going to be using Cloud, with the first purple EX Plus that I had, and he's also Final Fantasy VII, so it fits thematically. Charlotta's going to be here just to amplify the damage, especially during the launches, and Ishtola, even though Ishtola is magic, most of what she does is based on battery anyway, so you don't really care that there's magic resist in the stage, only maybe when you get to the end, and you know, she can't shave, but she can still do everything else. She can battery, she can attack, you know what I mean. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and show my artifacts. So I've got a basically perfect Cloud. Got absolutely everything on him, all the mannequin weapons, World of Illusions, you name it. Although I don't think you have any visible buffs to worry about here. And my Ishtola, who is herself 200 bravery shy of being fully set up. And yeah, this is a pretty good Tifa, to be honest. It's, you know, she's okay, but Tifa is so good on this stage. Like, her launches are amazing. Anyway, let's jump into it and see how it goes. Definitely, like, we're definitely out of the early Chaos era. We have a lot more options available to us now. But yeah, it's still a struggle. It's still a challenge. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and pop the EX straight away, just so I get the max bravery buffs on Cloud without having to use his finishing touch, because we want to save launches. So I'm just going to go ahead and cross slash so I get the HP pluses. Yeah, might as well go ahead and pop the aura as well. What do we do here? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and HP++ so we give battery to everyone. And I'm going to hope that this kills. Yeah, there we go. E3 for the win. Oh, come on, the overflow. So close. Can afford to just HP plus here. There we go. Okay, so here I'm actually going to pop another Light the Crystal. And because I can see that Sherlotta is further back in the turn order, I'm not going to use... I would use Tranquil Light, but I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to Hill Staff. Because I want Cloud to... I did want Cloud to use a finishing touch, but it will be a little bit of a waste here. And also, in terms of score calculation, what's actually important for launchers is to make sure... excuse me. You have to make sure that everyone in your party joins in the chase. Like, if you just do a one-man chase and hit it against the wall, you're not going to do anything for your score. What you really want is for it to be a three-man chase. So we need to maximise all the uses of finishing touch that we can. And this mid-boss in the third wave is actually quite tanky, so like using skills here is not the end of the world. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. I'm just gonna smack it with a stone. Yeah, I think it's worth it just to get the EX up. I'm gonna save my critical crushes in case I need them. So this thing's just going to do Earthquake, which is not a threat because we have Sherlotta. So if I use Stone here, that's going to break it, but then Cloud will be kind of on his own, so I don't want to do that at all. I want to just HP++, and here I'm going to just do a Tranquil Light because I want to do a launch with Cloud. So I don't think there's any harm in using some of your additional abilities with Ishtola here, because we need to attack but also keep the damage up. I'm also going to use a crystal generation, because honestly this thing is just an absolute pain in the backside. Okay, there goes Great Geezer, but we're all nicely batteried up for that, so that doesn't really matter. I'm gonna light the crystal here because her buff was about to run out. Yeah, I will use this as well, actually. I'll definitely get in a meteor rain while it's outside of the shell. Unfortunately, we will lose the EX buff, but what we can do here is prevent it from going back in the shell. So, I'm not going to bother launching again with Cloud, I don't think. Well, I got Meteor Rain anyway. Finally, we're out of that wave. So yeah, that tends to eat up quite a lot of turns, as you can see. So I think this thing has physical resistance. It has melee resistance, so absolutely do not attack the middle one with Cloud. Okay. Here comes the boss wave. So using all of your single target skills in wave 3 is not necessarily a bad idea, because you know you can at least get some mileage out of them that way, if you know what I mean. So I don't mind going a little bit ham with Cloud here, because I am going to bring in Tifa. I'm going to sub Cloud out for Tifa, because honestly having Sherlotta and Ishtola in the same team with Tifa, that's actually the team I ran with Tifa, and I used Ramu instead of E3, and they are terrors. So because we actually have the opportunity to get off a 3-man launch here, I am actually going to just go ahead and launch A here. That's purely for score purposes. Okay, so we have 2 of each, both left on here, so it's not ideal. And neither is that. Tranquil Light would be better, I just wanted to stick it with the debuff. So yeah, these things have a nasty habit of just withdrawing into their shell and gaining unreasonable amounts of bravery out of nowhere, and it's really goddamn irritating. So I'm just going to use my stuns just to delay it, so we just have longer to break it, and thankfully that thing went for HP attack, which is completely fine. Do not care at all about that. So I'm going to take this opportunity to stick that thing with her staff as well. Every little helps, you know. And also, these things don't really have a berserk mechanic, so trying to focus down one at a time isn't actually that bad of an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... But you don't have to force yourself to do that. I'm going to paralyze this one because Sherlotta's about to take a turn and I don't want her to get broken by B over here. So I'm absolutely going to... What I'll do here is I'll use a Brave Rejuvenate. and one of these. And I'll use one of her skill 2's, her crystal generations, but I don't want to use too many of them right now because they're better used. They're better used during the summon phase when. Well, actually, no, they might not be because Tifa will be doing the launching, so you can't really say it'll be better that way. Okay, let's just do this. Give everyone some battery. So that dual bullet attack has high turn rate. If you get broken by that, then it is an absolute nightmare. So just don't do it. Basically, just don't. Save yourself the trouble. And this is so delightful. Do love the FF7 boss music though. No. Now is not the time to use that yet. So I'm gonna have to take a break here, if that's what it comes down to. Yeah. See how it just kind of shot up in the turn order? That's what you don't want to happen. And when I say you don't want it to happen, I mean it literally just happened, so we don't really have much of a choice but to go into summon right here. So that's why you don't do that, okay? That's just a bad idea. So I'm going to Brave Rejuvenate just to give everyone a little bit of bravery here. And I'm going to just go into my emergency summon. I totally don't have a choice but to use. And even though I have a Meteor Rain, yeah, let's just use it. Yep, that's totally fine. Let's use this now so we don't lose the EX buff. We will lose a bit of max bravery, but that can't be helped. So let's see. Yeah, I'm just going to Medico. I want to get A out of the way, and then I can bring Tifa in for B. Oh, I love it when they do that. It's so good. So let's push A as far back as we can. We will have to shave one of these things down. Okay, Sherlotta EX can handle it. So yeah, I kind of figured that we'd be able to shave this thing down, and then Cloud has paralysis for the last one. But we've got a Sherlotta EX anyway. I guess it's time to use my last crystal generation. Yeah, you're not breaking anyone on my watch, son. Oh boy. Fine, I'll switch over to you. Happy now? Okay, that is not what we want to have to deal with. This all attack. But you know what? We're just gonna have to take it. Let's see Medica 2. Oh boy. Yep. We're gonna have to heal that up with a Sherlotta for sure. And we're also gonna have to get rid of B's unreasonably high amount of bravery. Yes! Sherlotta EX is up. I hoped it would be. There we go. So that looks like a very high amount of bravery, but that's what Tifa is for. So pop the battle cry and just go straight into the EX. You know what? How about let me just break it? 25 bravery damage. There we go. I'll just do a Tranquil Light, honestly, because that will give more overall bravery than anything else would at this point. Okay, now Tifa's EX is ready, and we can Medica up. So the sap should kick into effect here, and it'll just use a bravery attack. But we're batteried, so that's totally fine. And it's over! Look at that damage. Truly a thing of beauty. There we go. Whew. So definitely try and get a Tifa friend if you can. It's a lot easier that way. Trust me, you'll thank yourself if you do. Excellent. So yeah, even with that, we are 9 turns under the turn count, and we only barely squeak by on the score. We're at 684k, and that's after all those launches. You need launches for this stage. Like, there's no getting around it. Even if you bring the Ultimisha Bravery Gen comp, you're gonna want like a friend Tifa, because without it, the score on this stage is just absolutely, it's very restrictive. It's a very tight score. So I hope that this has maybe helped some of you guys out there who are having trouble with this stage, giving you some ideas, some of the things to do. Like, I can definitely understand if there's anybody that doesn't have Tifa that's kind of struggling with this stage and they can't quite complete it, because it does take very well geared characters and you do have to play it well. So if you have the patience, you know, give it a couple of replays until you get the feel for the stage, and you should be fine. Yeah, that's my best advice for you, to be honest. If you don't get this the first time, don't worry. I mean, I did it, but I was literally one turn away from, I did it in 84 turns on the first attempt, so yeah, it's really tight. So anyway, I hope this has been at least maybe somewhat mildly entertaining and or informative. I hope you enjoyed watching, and until the next video, take care and goodbye.